Good evening, everybody. I am going to take these glasses off now that I can see what I'm doing. Came home from work today, and it came. So we're going to talk about this. We're going to do an unboxing, and we're going to talk about me working on this. So, I don't like the way the ring light glares off my glasses, so I'm not going to put my glasses on, but I may have to put them on to read things because I'm a very old woman. I'm really quite old, guys. Yeah, Jesus was my prom date. So, yeah, I'm really old. So let's take a look at, as usual. And there's a little note. Dear Sybil, welcome to Redbird. We hope you love your first box. We included a couple extras as one gets to know your style. Let us know what works. Karen and Sarah. I love that they do this in every box. I think it's the best thing about their company, actually. All right, so let's start with the bags. And I'm going to take my glasses off again because I really hate that glare. Okay. Woo! First piece. First piece is a cameo. The funny thing is I don't like cameos. So that's kind of funny, but it's very pretty. And I don't really like cameos, so what I will do is this will be one piece that I'll send back and I'll say, guys, I don't really love cameos. But this next thing, I can tell I like already. In fact, I'm going to put on my glasses so I can get a better look at it. Ooh, there's some pretty stuff down here. It is quite lovely. Now, I think, again, this is a fur clip. Can you guys see how big that back piece is? Let me see if I can see how big that back piece is. I think this is actually a fur clip. But regardless, not irregardless, regardless, how cool is that? And I really kind of like that, that it looks like peas in a pod, because I cook. So, you know, I'm a chef, so we like all that food-oriented stuff. Ooh, and this is pretty. Oh, this is so pretty, but I can pretty much guarantee you guys it won't fit my wrist. Let me try. I wouldn't say big wrists. I think I have medium-sized wrists. Oh, I'm wrong. Fits my wrist. Hold on. Ooh, nice clasp. Oh, actually very pretty. How pretty that is. There we go. I'll get a little bit. Look at how nice the clasp is, too. So, very pretty. All right. In fact, we'll just leave that on. And then what are these? Ooh, now these are interesting because these look like, even though I don't love screwback, I prefer, I should tell them I prefer clips to screwbacks. I'm thinking that kind of looks like an opal. It's a little bit pink. Let's see if the other one looks as pink. But it kind of looks like an opal. If anybody knows what that is, let me know. It's got a very pink tint to it. Opals are my birthstone, my real birthstone, because I'm born in October. At some point in time, it became like pink diamonds or something, became the stone for October, but that's not really the original stone. The original stone for October is opals, and opals are fabulous, but they're incredibly sensitive. Ooh, oh, look at how cool this is. Talk about vintage. Oh, even look at the end. Can you see the end? Oh, and it's the, ooh, yeah, this is old. I tell you right now it's old because this is the kind that screws off. Nice. And I like this. I like this brass look. Like I showed you the other brass stuff that I have. This is a really beautiful piece. And then look at the back. How cool is that? All right, so we also have this. So, it's always so fun to open these, isn't it? And the ribbon. I have so much of this ribbon. I should make something. I should make a something out of the ribbon, like Ooh. Uh-oh. You know what? I told them I like ashtrays. I bet these are ashtrays. These are not. Okay, this is gonna sound insane, but when I was growing up, these are coasters. And my parents had these when I was a kid. In fact, these just got kind of like lost in time. These are probably silver plate, which were like the ones my mother had. Don't know whatever happened to them. Made in Italy. Ooh, Italy. Italy. Awesome. Made in Italy. Oh, and they have the mark right here too. But totally cool. I need coasters. So this is definitely really cool. I did tell them that I liked ashtrays. I like ashtrays, especially novelty ashtrays. I think they're really fun. You kids don't remember, but when people used to smoke, you could, there were ashtrays everywhere, right? I mean, like someone saying I need an ashtray was like weird because you could go to the supermarket and buy ashtrays. You could, every place you went sold ashtrays. The supermarket, any type of furniture store, drugstore, 5 and dime. Do you guys know what a 5 and 10 is? Oh, God, sometimes I feel so old. Yeah, I spoke to my friend the other day, by the way, and we're tired of you calling the stuff that we wore in the 80s vintage, so y'all need to stop. Because, look, we're not that old, okay? And, yeah. And she was remarking, I was remarking that I hated the jeans because they're all too low, and she was remarking she hated the jeans because they're all too high. And we were complaining about how awful the material is that they make jeans out of now because it's got so much stretch in it. In our day, I really sound old when I say that. In my day, jeans didn't have a whole bunch of stretch in them. And when you bought a pair of jeans, they practically stood up on their own. You had to actually wash them a couple times because if you just wore them right after you bought them, they were like so hard that when you sat down, it was like, I gotta take these off, sorry. When you sat down, it was like, it was like, imagine sitting down with a cardboard box wrapped around you. That's what it was like. So there was actually a product you could put in the washing machine that would soften your jeans and it would take your jeans down a shade. And I remember my sister did use that stuff one time in my mom's washing machine, and then my mom did a load and everything came out with a blue tint because my sister didn't realize you can't wash. Like if you're going to wash the jeans, you got to wash them by themselves, and then you got to do another load of jeans or something that's blue before you do like whites or any other color. My mom was not happy. And it was pretty bad. God, this is so pretty. The more I look at this, the more I love this. This is gorgeous. I love it. So yeah, good box. The only thing, I don't like cameos. It is very pretty though. I'll think about it. But this is awesome. So I'm glad that I'm getting it again. It's funny, they don't remember me, which is interesting because with a name like Sibel, you would think they would go like, hey, this name sounds familiar, but they didn't. It's okay. God, how many thousands of people must they have? Like, why would they remember one person? Even though when she's a gal with a weird name. So, on to other news. After work today, I drove a couple towns over to buy a vintage sewing case with the stuff in it. And I was going to make a video tonight of me going through it. When I got home, my phone was dead. So I was like, oh man, I got to charge my phone. And so I decided, and I couldn't wait to look through it because I just, I don't have that much self-control. So I looked through it, and I'm actually glad I did because when I started to go into it, it was filthy. Something furry had been living in it for a while, even though I did not find any poop, which is weird because usually when the mice get into stuff, you also find the poop and you can smell the urine and everything. So I cleaned the whole thing, and I'm going to make another video tomorrow. I'll post it later in the week of me showing you what was in it. All I actually did was clean it, clean the different trays, and I put everything that was in the trays right back where they were. So I'll go through it and I'll show it to you. And on to other sewing news. Remember I was going to make the shirt? I was talking about making the shirt. Okay. I remembered that I had a UFO, an unfinished object. And I kind of feel, I don't know what, guilty, ashamed, embarrassed that I have UFOs. So I decided, I was looking at this pattern, and this view right here in my size is only like 1.5 yards of fabric. And I knew that UFO that I had started, that I had only about 2 yards of that fabric. So I pulled it out, and it was also a skirt. I pulled it out, and I took the pieces from this, matched it up to the kind of existing pieces from the UFO, and pinned it all together. So this is the fabric. And I don't know how well you guys can see it. Let me find you a piece that's on the grain. Can you guys see that? It's dots, and it's a little bit redder than it looks on film, but then it's also seersucker. And this was a cotton poly blend that I got. It's mostly cotton, small amount of poly. I got this the summer of 2019 and started to try and sew one of Gertie's skirts with this, and just got lost in the drafting. So it just went into a bin, and I decided I'm going to finish it because this is, I had actually made this to be a summer skirt. It's a great weight. It's perfect for summer. And I thought, you know, with a white blouse, this will be gorgeous. And I have this much of the fabric left over, these weird cuts. And I was thinking maybe I will try and do some kind of a hat, and then I'll have the skirt, the hat, the blouse. Maybe I'll get myself some white gloves. I'll have the whole shebang for like a little summer vintagey outfit. But stay tuned. I am going to do the sewing kit, not kit, you know what I mean, the sewing box in another video, and I'll post that. And until next time, I will see you in the next video. Like, subscribe, comment. I love comments. Love a little banter. So let's all stay positive, and I will see you guys in the next video. Okay? Thank you. Have a good night.